Hello everyone, this is Dr. McKell, and welcome back to Vet Tech Talks, the show where we give you, our loyal listeners, tips on pet care. In honor of International Cat Day today, we have a special guest on the show tonight. Please welcome Maddie, a veterinary technician working at the Caring Claws Veterinary Clinic in Fairbanks, Alaska. Hello, Maddie.
Hello, Dr. McKell. I'm really glad you asked me to be on your podcast this week.
Why, thank you. It's nice to have you on the show. So today you've come on the show to tell our listeners tips on how to get their cats from home to the clinic with the least amount of scratches possible.
That is correct. Specifically, I will be talking about the best and most efficient ways to get your cat into a carrier for a vet visit. Imagine the scene. You've scheduled a checkup for your precious kitty at the local veterinary clinic at 12 o'clock. This is the first time you're taking your cat to the vet since you got her. You grew up with an old cat at home that you could just pick up and carry with you in the car, so you assumed this wouldn't be much different. You calculate that it'll take about 30-ish minutes to drive from your apartment to the clinic on the other side of town. 11:15 rolls around and you begin to gather your things. Keys? Check. Wallet? Check. Now to go get the cat. So you go and retrieve the cat carrier from the spare bedroom where you have stored it, and walk to the living room where your cat is lounging comfortably on a pillow. As you approach your cat, she suddenly jumps up wide-eyed and takes off down the hallway towards your bedroom. After you recover from the shock of seeing your cat move so quickly, you follow her into the bedroom and try and coax her out from under the bed. You try, and she just won't come out. You look at your watch and see that it's now 11:30. It's time for you to leave. So what are you going to do? To begin with, you need to seal off all exits and confine that cat to a single room. This will prevent the need for you to chase it from room to room. In order to make this the least stressful situation on your cat, try calling out to her from under the bed. If that doesn't work, next try to lure her out with some of her favorite food, or maybe her favorite treat, or even her favorite toy. If that fails, then try to attempt to move the object that she is hiding under, making sure not to squish her in the process. But if all else fails, attempt to scare her out with something that they don't like. This could include a vacuum or simply just a broom. Once you have the cat out, set the carrier with the opening facing towards the ceiling. Make sure there's a soft blanket or towel in the bottom. You'll need to pick up the cat across their back with your fingers under their armpits. Your other hand should be holding its rear end and controlling those back legs. You'll need to slowly lower the cat into the carrier butt first, as not to make the cat feel like it's being cornered into the carrier. You'll need to quickly close the door, and then you can be on your way. If your cat is hissing and attempting to scratch you once you get it out from under the bed, then your best course of action is to use a towel. Once the cat is out from under the bed, cover the cat with the towel and quickly wrap it up, making sure to cover its head. In any situation where being bit is a risk, always control the head. At this point, wrap the cat up the best you can and slowly lower it into the carrier butt first. Close the lid, and then you'll be on your way.
So, do any of these methods translate over to when you're trying to put your cat back in the carrier once the appointment is over?
In my personal experience, once the appointment is over, most cats are more than happy to go right back into their carriers. But if they don't, then normally the veterinarian or veterinarian techs that are there will assist you with getting your cat back into the carrier. I will say that the towel trick is something that we technicians use all the time.
Is there any other tips that you can give our listeners about how to make the trip to the vet easier for their precious fur balls?
Well, it's a good idea to introduce the carrier to your cat early on. Have it out in your house, not stored away in a back room or garage. This will let the cat know that the carrier is not a foreign object that they should fear.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much, Maddie, for providing us some useful advice this week. I'll see you all next Saturday for another episode of Vet Tech Talks, where we'll be talking about the dangers of leaving your dogs in cars this winter. Have yourselves a good night.